Guys, I have this terrible issue. This is what I do on YouTube. I go on YouTube. I sit here and I record for like 20 minutes. In this case, it was only 8 minutes. And I just record and record and record. And I don't hit the freaking go live button on the YouTube page. I got it on OBS right here. But I don't hit freaking go live on YouTube. I'm an idiot. So now our stream's cut to 20 minutes. And I've already talked for 10 minutes. So I'm pissed off. You know what? I'm pissed off. Really, really pissed off. Let's start Raw over. www.rc3entertainment.com, patreon.com/rc3ent, twitter.com @rc3ent, and facebook.com @rc3ent. Check us out on all our platforms. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. So, Randy Orton, I just talked about this, and I'm going to talk about it again because I was talking to myself the first time. Randy Orton is freaking amazing when he tries. He is incredible. He is such an asshole when he tries, and it's amazing. I love watching him when he is a heel. When he is a heel in a program that he's invested in, which you can tell this Edge program he's invested in, he is freaking amazing. I love Randy Orton. Thank you for being awesome, Randy. Thank you. He's just doing these insincere apologies. He's just going off, and the crowd just wants to kill him. Like, this is freaking... He is so good. I love Randy Orton. He's obviously one of the best wrestlers in the world, in the ring. And then when he's a heel and he's on the mic and he's really going at it, he is an asshole, guys. He is a great asshole. Kevin Owens comes out. The crowd goes crazy for him, partly because he's in Canada and partly because they love Kevin Owens, but mostly because they just wanted somebody to come out here and shut Randy Orton up. And I loved it. I loved it. So they come out and they set up the main event for the evening. Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton. Then we get into our first match of the evening. Angel Garza versus Humberto Carrillo. They are great. These guys, you can put any combination of Rey Mysterio, Andrade, Humberto, and Angel Garza in the ring, and they're going to deliver. You can put 2 of them, you can put 3 of them, you can put 1 of them in the ring, and they're going to freaking deliver. I think Andrade is on wellness policy violations right now, and I hope they get that shit taken care of before WrestleMania, and we can just move past it and get on to the good stuff, which is them returning. And we can just pray. We can just only hope that we can get that WrestleMania Fatal 4-Way between those 4 guys, because those guys are freaking good. This match went 3 segments. It went like 22 minutes, which shows that WWE is really investing in these guys. They're really investing in this feud. I mean, 20 minutes of Raw. I know they got 3 hours to cover, but 20 minutes of it was just these dudes wrestling, and they put on a freaking show. Angel Garza wins with the roll-up, and him and Zelina Vega run off in the sunset. So it is what it is. How long has Byron Saxton been on Raw commentary? Like, I know there's nobody in here to chat with me because y'all just want me to talk to myself. But how long has this dude been on freaking commentary? Because I swear they did a cutaway to the commentators, and this is the first time I've ever noticed him on commentary. Like, he doesn't say anything. Like, he's just irrelevant. I don't know what they're paying him for. Just to sit there? Does he, like, help them wipe their nose when they need to? Like, what is he there for? I'm not saying he's a bad commentator, and he's definitely not a bad guy. He just doesn't make an impact. Like, Jerry Lawler, you can say what you want about him, that he's past his prime, that he's lost his step, that his jokes aren't funny anymore. You can say what you want, and they're probably true. But the bottom line is he's noticeable. Like, Jerry Lawler makes... obviously, his voice is very distinguishable. But, I mean, just the things he says, like whether he's playing heel, whether he's playing face, whether he's playing play-by-play, no matter what he's doing, you know Jerry Lawler's on commentary. You know Tom Phillips is on commentary because he's a good play-by-play guy. But Byron Saxton's just sitting there. Like, this dude, like, what is he doing? I don't get it, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Next up was Luke Gallows versus Ricochet. I was going to complain about this because of Gallows getting offense during this match, but I mean, they're trying to build Ricochet for Lesnar, but this was actually okay. I mean, they did a cool shooting star press spot. Ricochet showed his fighting spirit. I mean, it was fine. Whatever. OC beats down Aleister Black backstage after the match, and this was obviously done only because they wanted Aleister to struggle in his match versus Eric Rowan, which is fine. I mean, whatever. You're setting up a story for later, and you're setting up a match for next week, so I'm okay with it. Lesnar comes out. He does nothing. He's the highest paid competitor in WWE, and he comes out, holds his belt, stands there. Paul Heyman works his ass off to get him over, and then he leaves. Nothing else. That's all he does. Why are you paying this man? Pay Paul Heyman. I mean, I know you are paying Paul Heyman, but pay him more, because he's doing everything Brock Lesnar is supposed to do. He's getting himself over. He's getting Brock over instead of Brock getting himself over. So I'm not going to talk about that segment much because whatever. Next up, we get Eric Rowan versus Aleister Black. And I tell you guys, I was not expecting that. This was a really fun match. I don't know why, but this was just so entertaining. Like, they were all on the outside. They were jumping everywhere. The little cage dude is still retarded, but, I mean, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I shouldn't have used the word retarded. I'm sorry. But it's just stupid. It's just really stupid. But I was not expecting this match to be good. I mean, it really was. I thought that Eric Rowan had him beat with the Iron Claw. Is that what he calls it? And Aleister Black kicks out, hits him with the Black Mass, and gets the dub. Drew McIntyre has a sit-down interview after this. And I'll tell you what, I love the Orton promo, but this was the best segment on Raw this week. This was real. It was raw. Drew went through his whole career. He went through, his mishaps. He went through his young immaturity. He went through him not being engaged. He said Vince McMahon was, put him on a pedestal and he didn't live up to it. I wasn't even going to type notes on this segment. I was like, oh, it's just Drew, going to promote his match at WrestleMania. It's not going to be much to it. And then I heard him talk, and I was like, dude, I want Drew McIntyre to win a world championship. Because he was talking about how Vince McMahon came out, the first time he ever debuted him, he came out, he gave him, he told the crowd that he was a future world champion, that he was the chosen one, all this stuff. And then he comes out and he never does anything. He joins 3MB, and then he gets fired. So this was, go watch this segment. Go find the Drew McIntyre sit-down interview with Renee Young on Raw this week. This was really good. This was the best segment on Raw this week. I'm telling you guys. Truth TV was next. Lashley was his guest. This basically turned into a match, and Lashley made quick work of the Truth, and Lana showed off her new brown hair. That's all there was to it. Women's Elimination Chamber contract signing. There's 5 women out here. Asuka is kind of the standout out of the first 5, and then Shayna Baszler comes out through the crowd. Pretty cool stare down between Shayna and Asuka, maybe teasing because they both had similar NXT runs where they're unstoppable during NXT. So maybe that can tease a future match, like an NXT dream match kind of. I almost feel like that match has to be on a takeover. Has to be branded as NXT, because that's what I thought of. I was like, these two are NXT's greatest women competitors ever, probably. And now they're in the ring on Raw. Maddie ruins this by getting one up on Asuka, and I don't care about the segment anymore because Maddie was involved. I don't care about Maddie. I don't care about Maddie. Boom, boom. I don't care about Maddie. Boom, boom. And then, before I completely quit caring, Becky Lynch comes out, confronts Shayna Baszler, and then everybody gets into a brawl. So it was a pretty cool ending to the segment. I just wish Natty would retire. That's the only thing. That's my only problem. Just Natty. We come out. We're supposed to have a doubleheader between Murphy and Dawkins, and then we're going to have Seth Rollins versus Montez Ford after that. Murphy and Dawkins ends up in a no contest in 2 seconds. Nothing happens in that match. And then Seth and Montez Ford, I tell you, they had a really, really good match. I very much enjoyed their match. It was a really fun. Montez Ford is a star in the making. Let me tell you, he's got mic skills. He can go in the ring. He was hanging with Seth Rollins in the ring, who's one of the best in the world, whether you want to admit it or not. With the right platform, Montez Ford's got that it factor. He is so athletic. He's so charismatic. He's so just good. If he can just clean up his storytelling in the ring and learn how to work more of a single style, this dude could be a freaking star. And then I'm going to be honest, the main event was next. It was Kevin Owens and it was Randy Orton. And I didn't watch it. I got busy doing something. I got busy setting up the stream because this is my first time streaming in a while. And I didn't watch it. So I'm going on Twitter right now to see what happened at the end of Raw, and then I'm going to watch. So it looks like I'm watching it right now. I'm literally watching it on Twitter. So it looks like Seth Rollins shows up in the main event. Somebody pissed the ref off. He fast counts Kevin Owens. Oh, it turns out the ref has a Seth Rollins. Okay, I should have watched this. This was actually good. Turns out that the ref had a Seth Rollins shirt on underneath, so he's a Seth Rollins fan. He's a worshiper of the Monday Night Messiah. And then Kevin Owens just beats the crap out of him because after he finds the shirt. That's pretty good. I like that. I'm a fan. Good stuff. Good ending to Raw. Good job, WWE. You did it. You did it. Good job. Yay. And that's it for Raw. That's it. That's all we got this week. It was a pretty good episode. I'm not going to lie. It was 3 hours. What TV show? What's 3 hours? 3 hours? 3 hours. What? Who in their right mind makes a TV show every single week that's 3 hours? It's not just for the fans, Like, the fans have to sit through 3 hours, and we do. And this was a pretty good episode of Raw. But, like, I'm tired. I'm tired, man. That's a lot of Raw to sit there and sit through. Raw. Just Raw. All night long. Raw. What are you going to do on Monday night? Raw. What else? Raw. That's all I'm doing. I'm telling you guys. 3 hours. But it's not just for the fans. Like, you're not just torturing the fans. And I'm not saying it's torture. Like, it's more wrestling. And as a kid, when we had the 3-hour Raw specials, I used to go crazy. So I'm not complaining. I'm just saying there's a ton of wrestling to watch and a ton of wrestling to produce. Like, these poor writers, these poor guys, they've got to produce 5 hours of television plus NXT, so 7 hours of television, 10 on a pay-per-view week. That's a lot of wrestling, guys. 10 hours of TV in 1 week? Jeez Louise. Anyways, I thought this Raw was pretty good. I know I'm talking about it. I know I'm talking junk. But I thought it was pretty solid. I thought it was a rock solid edition of Monday Night Rollins. No, not Rollins. Monday Night Raw. I thought it was pretty good. But, more importantly, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you joined me live, thank you for joining me live. If you're watching this in 2029, I don't know why you're watching a February of 2020 review in 2029, but since you are, thank you. Thank you, Joe, in 2029. I appreciate it. And I can't wait for your comment 9 years from now. I cannot wait to see it. Hey, guys, it's 2029, and my name's Joe, and Rob just called me out. I can't wait. But thank you guys for watching. Seriously. If you join me live, if you're watching later, thank you guys so much. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and hit the notifications bell. We only do live streams on this channel, so it's not like you're going to be getting millions of videos if you just hit the subscribe button. It's only 4 videos a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And this week, Thursday, because we have a pay-per-view on a Thursday. Because it's Saudi week. So on Saudi Arabia, if there's a show another night of the week, I'll review it. But for the most part, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. 11:15 p.m. until around about 11:45 p.m. I'm on the East Coast. So that gives you an idea of what time. 11:15 because that's when time Raw ends. I just want to keep the time consistent. So I know like NXT and AEW and SmackDown and pay-per-views generally end around like 10:30, 10. But I want to keep the time consistent. So it's going to be 11:15. So sorry. If you're watching SmackDown, you got to wait an hour. I'm so sorry. God. Anyways. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter for breaking news in the wrestling world. Facebook and Twitter at RC3ENT. Support the channel on Patreon at patreon.com/RC3ENT. And check out my opinionated pieces, my written reviews on all of the weekly shows coming out the day after. About 12 hours after the show, you can expect the written piece to be released. Pay-per-views will be released that night. And just random opinionated pieces that I feel like writing about at www.rc3entertainment.com. Most importantly, Facebook's where I'm at, guys. You know that. You know Facebook and YouTube are my platforms. So, go check me out. And Patreon. Check me out. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you Wednesday night. This has been Rob, RC3 Entertainment, signing out.